Hey guys, it's Time here bringing you guys my first commentary on this new channel. I used to do comms all the time, so hopefully this all works. It has been like a good year and a half since I have done a commentary though, so this might be a little rough. But as you can see in the background, you're going to be watching Chivalry Warfare. Oh, I forgot the exact name. It's called Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Sorry. Just picked up this game a day or two ago on a Steam sale. I think it's like $3, and you get the Deadliest Warrior Edition too, which comes with like a samurai and a Viking or something like that. But it just looked real fun. I'm not a big player, or I'm not a big fan of like games that are only online. And this has a little bit, you can do training and whatnot offline, but it's just mainly a all online game to play multiplayer, and it is so much fun. I really have not had this much fun in a very, very long time. But today's video is actually just kind of telling you guys like my path on where I started gaming and kind of how I got to where I am today. So, I started gaming when I was in elementary school, as most people my age did. Gaming when I first started was still pretty, not so much taboo, but just people didn't look at it as they look today. I mean, people still look at it as a waste of time and whatnot, but they look at it more now that it can be beneficial. But back in the day, you had the parents that just didn't care, and then you also had the parents that are like, oh my gosh, you let your kid play video games? No way. Thankfully, my mom was one of the people that wasn't really into video games. My mom's, typical novice, girly girl kind of person that doesn't really know anything about video games, so I think she really didn't want me playing them just because, she didn't know very much about them. Thankfully, my grandma, as well as my aunt, were pretty cool with it, and so me and my cousin would go over to my grandma's house before school and after school and play video games. So basically, I started off with a Game Boy Advance. I got it from my mom's friend's grandma. Like, why she got me a Game Boy, I have no idea. And I don't even know how expensive Game Boys were back then, but I assume a couple $100 at least, and got me some games for it. And that was so awesome. I was so excited. So I started off with a Game Boy Advance, played, Pokemon, Leaf Green and Fire Red, and then I remember I got one Christmas gift from my parents that year, or from my mom, and it was in this huge box, and it was so much paper, and I'm just rolling paper, and I'm like, there's nothing in here. And my mom's like, she looked over to my sister, she's like, did you put it in there? And she was like, yeah, I put it in there. So we had to go spend like 10 minutes. I guess when I was ripping the paper out, it flew across the room. And she got me Pokemon Sapphire. And so that was like my first game that my mom got me. So that was like a monumental moment. So after the Game Boy, my grandma had a really old, like probably 2001 Intel, like couple $100 laptop that you'd get from Walmart. And it was so slow, but we would play Facebook games on it. When Facebook games were like huge, like Mobsters, and I used to play Yoville. I was actually extremely good at Yoville. That's probably why I bring Yoville up, because that's like the game that leads me into basically any other game. It's just like I guess a more mature version of Yoville, like buying and selling and understanding the economy, getting coins, getting items. Like, that was Yoville for me when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I was extremely good at it. Like, I knew my stuff on Yoville before sites came out and stuff like that. And if you guys have never played Yoville, you guys are like, what is this guy talking about? It was just kind of like a world where bunch of different people, you go buy furniture for your apartment, and really stupid game, but I played so many hours into Yoville. And then my next game was Farmville. Farmville was my next one. Played a ton of Farmville. Me and my cousin would sleep over at my grandma's house. He would go downstairs. I would take the laptop downstairs, and we would just play Farmville for hours. So those were like the Facebook games that we played. But then my grandfather had passed away, so we kind of got away from playing those because, those times reminded us of being at our grandparents' house, and it was just kind of a rough time. So we stopped playing the Farmville games and all that stuff, and we kind of just went straight to, the PlayStation 2 my uncle had. He let us play GTA on it every once in a while, so some San Andreas, some Vice City. Definitely the best uncle ever, letting, a 10-year-old play those kind of games, especially because, back then a 10-year-old playing GTA was really not acceptable. But now, I mean, you have, 5-year-olds playing GTA, which, by all means, whatever you do, but back then it just was not an okay thing. Like, if my mom knew that I played GTA, shit would have hit the fan. Then I bought myself, because my cousin had an original Xbox. He got it for Christmas one year. Had Soul Calibur on it, a bunch of sports games. But then I bought myself an Xbox with my birthday money one year. I had a dog, and she chewed up all of my family's shoes, so I had to go buy shoes for everybody. And then I also bought myself, I think it was like $50 from GameStop, an Xbox original. Got the game 50 Cent Bulletproof, which was a real fun game. I was really into rap back then. I'm still into rap, but not as much as I would say I am back then. But got that game, got a couple other games. I remember Forza being a huge game. I put in the cheat where you got like 999 million credits or something and just customized vehicles. This is before I had online or anything, so I didn't even think online was a thing until you had an Xbox 360. So just playing, games like that, sports games. I played like any sports game. I think I had the newest sports game, which was like 2K7 hockey. That was like my newest sports game because I think like right around that time they switched just to only going for Xbox 360. And so I played all of those games. NCAA football, that was probably my favorite game of all time. 2006 was great just because I love college. I love college football. I'm not a big fan of football just because I don't like the violence, but definitely back then when I was a way bigger fan of football, it was just so much fun playing those types of games. Then my cousin, he had a PS3. He finally, upgraded from an original Xbox to a PS3. And we'd play, MW3. That was really the main game that I remember playing on his PS3. I've never bought a PS3. I've never owned a PS3. After the PS3 went to a DS, I remember my sister getting a DS from my father for Christmas one year, and I don't remember what I got. Compared to a DS, I got shit. And I remember like taking it and playing like just because it was a new system, like Cooking Mama and stupid games like that. But I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is the new system and all that stuff. So went on to a DS, and then I got an Xbox 360 after I'd moved in with my grandma. I want to say I got a phone the first year, and then the second year for Christmas I got an Xbox 360, and I played MW3 and Black Ops a ton, and that was also before I had online. I played Xbox 360 without online for a good year or so, and then I finally did get online, and then obviously the PS4 with GTA and Ghost and Advanced Warfare and all those fun games, and then finally PC. So the reason why I switched over to PC is because, I had a job, and when you're still living at home, having a job, and don't have very many bills, my grandma was still paying for my phone at the time. I thought, it was a nice reward to myself for working hard, getting through school. So I bought myself a gaming laptop and started playing PC, and I think PC gaming is a lot more closer to what I would prefer to, the games that come out on PC are a lot closer to like the games that I'd want to play. So that was another reason behind it. But, you guys just know the games, OTP, just like there's so many games that I play on PC. But it was, I think the journey from, like the Yoville and the Game Boy all the way up to, the Xbox 360 to the PS4, now to the PC. And I just thought I thought it was an interesting idea to do as a commentary. I do want to know your guys' gaming like history or timelines. I think I'll probably call it my gaming timeline. That sounds pretty cool. But it's just so much fun. Obviously, I did lose in the gameplay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I thought it was a ton fun to make. As you can see, what did I go? 25 and 22. So for you can see, I played like 10 minutes beforehand, so I think I did pretty good. Definitely tons of fun. I do recommend the game, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. My name is Summer Shoes, and I will see you guys next time.